Well, if you studied the book of Exodus before, you know that the Israelites are going to have many enemies, and there are going to be many things that go in, that come in their way as they seek to march in the way that God is leading them. And so today in our passage, the Amalekites come in their way. This is Exodus 17, 8 through 11. A little bit different. You know, with the Egyptians, the Israelites didn't do anything. God just said, I'll do everything, you just go. But you know, every now and then in battle, God asks us to engage. And He says, I need you to be prepared. Just like in Ephesians chapter 5, that we must put on that armor of God, and we must stand firm, and we must have the sword of the Spirit ready to use against all of the lies and deceitful moves of the enemy. Well, in this particular passage, Exodus 17 verse 8 says this, Then Amalek came and fought with Israel. So Moses said to Joshua, Choose for us men and go out and fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill and with the staff of God in my hand. So Joshua did as Moses told him and fought with Amalek, while Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up on the top of the hill. Whenever Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed. Whenever he lowered his hand, Amalek prevailed. I mean, think about this for a second. That God says, I want you to choose some men of war. I don't want them to go out and fight, but I want them to understand something, that their victory is completely secured by me and dependent upon me. It will not be their skill. It will not be their ability. It will not be their way to handle their weapons of warfare that will prevail, but I will prevail. And the picture is this, that when Moses would hold up his staff, they would prevail. When he did not, they would fail. You need to understand something today, that God, our only hope for victory is to look to Christ and Christ alone. When we look to ourselves, when we look to our flesh, when we look to our own abilities, we fail, and fail. But when we look to Christ, not only the one who began our faith, but the one who finishes our faith, we will always prevail because He always